Hello and welcome back to Always Right, the podcast with me, your host, Charlie Wright. Today I'm here with Alisha.
Hi.
That was the second time I did that because I messed up the first time. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, living life. I have a new cat.
Isn't it your sister's cat?
No, it's
No.
my cat.
Oh, your cat. Oh,
The
cute.
orange one, the orange and white one is mine.
Yeah, I don't like stray looking cats. No offense. But
What is...
any cats that aren't like ragdolls.
What does a ragdoll cat look like?
They're only like one type of cat. A
Okay.
ragdoll is like white and they have like brown paws and they might have some brown like features and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, I know what you mean. Yeah, you don't really strike me as a cat person.
No, I'm not. I've always been like a dog person, but like my boyfriend has two rag dolls and they're like dogs. Like they obviously don't come when you say come here, but they're so cute. Like I'm definitely a cat person now.
Oh, I love that. But my cat is kind of like that. I mean, I'm trying to teach him to be more, but he's just... So my cat's brother is my sister's cat.
Okay.
A complicated mess. But yeah, no, I like cats, but they're definitely... Well, I was going to say they're more high maintenance than dogs, but that's like not true.
No, definitely not true. Dogs are way more high maintenance, but yeah, and cats are smarter. Cats are just like the best, but they don't like you don't get that affection from cats and like that neediness.
I think it depends. Like the cats that I've had are all very affectionate. So
But are they like, the best thing about a dog is that you know that it needs you, like when you come home, they're like all over you. You don't get that with a
well,
cat.
I mean, because my cat's a kitten, it does need me. But I think like when they're, older, they don't really need you. But if you were going to have your own home, would you want a cat or a dog or both?
We've already discussed this. We want a
I love
cat.
that.
100%. Pets are so important. We want a cat who have children, but I just found out that you shouldn't get a cat if you have a newborn baby because it can jump into the crib and sit on it and
Yeah.
so I'm like, what the fuck? Imagine if I got one and no one had told me that. So, because like usually cats sit on your face, right?
Yeah.
But because like you're an adult, so you know like to shoo it away. A baby's
I bet you can't do that.
baby can't do that. So
Yeah.
that could kill my baby. So that's not happening. So
I mean, a dog could also kill your baby.
but a dog can't jump into the crib.
That is true. That is true.
But dogs are just so high maintenance. And I've had a dog for my whole life. He's coming to the end of his lifespan now. Actually, he has a huge lump on his stomach.
Oh, that's right. That's the one in the last one who like had to pee.
Yeah, he's like incontinent. Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't know. I hope it's not cancer. But anyway, don't want to talk about don't want to
Get too morbid.
Yeah, morbid. Yeah. But yeah, cats and dogs after babies.
I mean, yeah, but also like they teach you how to like be not teach you how to be maternal, but like how to look after something.
I don't need help with that. I'm already so maternal.
Are you?
I don't need more maternal than I am.
Right. Are you maternal? Are you really?
Yeah, I have so many nieces and nephews.
Oh, that's true. You do. I just mean maternal in the sense of like being like the mother of like a group of friends.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Like always. Not maybe, I don't know if like when we were at uni, there was anyone that was like that. Like, I think like the environment didn't call for that. Do you know what I mean? Oh, when
Yeah,
I
that's true.
went to Europe, I went home and slept. Do you not remember that?
Yes, I do. Oh no, but I don't think that makes you like like motherly. You're just like you were just
Boring.
over it. No, no, not boring. You were just over it.
Yeah, I was just sometimes you get to the point where you're like partying and you're like, I will die if I don't like sleep right now. Like, you know, when your body like is shutting down on you when you're like at a club.
Yes, but I feel like you're not really a club person.
No, actually, I am. And I used to be like a lot when I was younger. And I do like going out because I like dancing, but I don't, just sometimes like I'm not like a rock up at home at 6 o'clock in the morning person. I'm like,
Yeah, right.
and I'm done. I'm going to go to Macca's and I'm going to go home. Do you know what I mean?
Love that. Can't relate. I always overdo it. Always.
I can't. Well, I think the girl is a bit different too. Like you're wearing heels, you've got
Very
a
true.
dress on, you've got makeup on all night. It's just like enough, you know?
Yeah. Jenna's just sending me job recommendations, lol. Uh,
Actually, there's a job
well,
going on at my work,
for
but I
what?
didn't send it to you because you don't like admin roles.
I mean, what is it just straight admin?
It's just like straight admin. It's basically like a receptionist role, I think.
Um,
Um,
well, I would take anything at this point, so maybe. Anyway, what I was gonna say is, do you miss traveling?
yeah, a lot. I just don't know if I would. I don't think I'm in the like, and I think we were speaking about this last time because I was listening to our podcast recently when we did. It was Jenna, you and I, and we were talking about traveling, and you were both like, "Oh, let's go Canada. Alisha come." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know," because I was over traveling at that point. But I think at this point in my life, I'm like, I only want to travel with certain people. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
So like, I'm a bit over like doing the whole like, oh, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? You know, like I'm over that.
That
Like
is, yeah.
yeah, I think I'm just like at that point where I'm like a bit selfish, maybe. I don't know if that's the right word, but I just want to do what
You want
I
to
want.
do.
Yeah.
That is the struggle when you are traveling with other people. Like that's why I loved when I was in Spain because like I could just literally do whatever I want. But I mean like actually I was reading an article, I'll have to like bring it up about when the borders are going to open and like the different things where like you're going to have to do if you want to travel internationally. But like would you go to Italy like first if you could?
Oh well, like not right now, and I would only travel once there's a vaccine for COVID. Like
Same.
I just wouldn't risk it. You know what I mean? Like
I
Italy's
completely agree.
wave, which is just so sad. Um, yeah, I wouldn't travel until there's a vaccine.
Yeah, we'll see. I think the CEO of Qantas said that if people were going to travel with Qantas overseas from Australia, you have to have a vaccine. You have to wait. I'm just trying to find it. He said that there would be like a vaccination passport, like an electronic version that you could show at like any airport you go to show that you've been vaccinated.
That's
Um,
pretty
which I think
good.
is a really good idea. Like, I feel like that's going to happen eventually.
Yeah,
Um,
I can't believe how much of a shambles the US is in.
oh my God. It's
So I
crazy.
can't even fathom it or even like speak about it. It's just so insane.
I know. And I feel like I was reading tweets and things of people that were like, oh, yeah, like if we just have like, because I think Joe Biden wanted to do like a no, a 2-week lockdown, and people were like 6-week lockdown. And I responded and I was like, you have no idea. It is going to take like 6 months, not 6 weeks.
Literally. And I think I really don't know, but I think it's just because of their population is so big. Like, I don't think they'd be able to do something like we did, you know?
No,
There's just such a big country. Like, you can't put your whole country into lockdown. Like, how
no. I think they would do like state by state.
isn't every state just as bad as the next?
I think some are like worse than others, but it's just kind of weird when you think about it how here, like in the beginning, I thought, oh, because obviously we were in lockdown and then it was like extended and extended again and whatever. And it's like when we first went into lockdown here after I got back from Spain, I was like, oh, if we go on lockdown, like it'll be over in like 2 weeks. So I'm like, if for such a small population that we have, that's like that times a million for America. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they don't have like um they don't have a direction from anyone.
No, they don't.
They don't have that like we have Dan Andrews or ScoMo. I just don't believe that that person for them, whoever it may be, like is not doesn't follow things as well as we do. You know,
Yeah.
like we have proper. It seems as though we have so many procedures for things, and you know there are like rules. It just seems like there's none of it for the US.
I also feel like they just take like land of the free too literally. Like they think like, oh, it's our freedom, it's our choice if I don't want to wear a mask. And it's like, but you don't like in my philosophy course, we were learning about did you know I did a philosophy course?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Um we were learning about how like Western society is a really like individualistic society where like it's people focus on the individual and like your individual freedoms and expression and things, which is important, but like then they talk about like Western countries like in Asia or the Middle East. It's like they have a like a massive community focus and it's like they do what is best for the community. And I feel like the US, it does not do that. They don't care.
No, I totally agree with that. They
It's
just
just, it's so bizarre because I'm like, I feel like most Australians, or most Victorians, I guess, like dealt with the lockdown really well because it's just like logic and common sense. It's like, the longer we like stay out of our house and the longer we're like out doing things, the more prolonged the lockdown's going to be. Like, do they not get that in America? I don't know. It's just crazy.
they also don't have any direction like we do. Like we're hearing things almost, you know, every Sunday or whenever it was from Dan Andrews. Like I feel like they wouldn't have that from whoever is. I don't know. Do they have premiers in each state?
I think they have like a governor of each state. Like, I know that the governor of New York, I think, did really well. And like I think they have like some of the lowest numbers in the US because they like lock down things. But like, it just, I don't know. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I think
Anyway,
Trump as well. Like for
oh, he
them.
did, of course. I think that once he's out, Biden and will hopefully fix it, but who knows? Anyway, as I was saying, um, Singapore requires incoming travelers over the age of 12 to wear electronic monitoring devices like an ankle bracelet um, if they aren't staying in a quarantine facility. So it tracks where they go, like after they leave lockdown. And I'm like, that's a good idea.
I
Well,
mean, yes and no. Like surely we're technologically advanced enough to have something on our phones like that. Do we really need to physically wear something like?
I think the problem is that like the government can't trust people to do that sometimes. Well, like
Yeah.
I guess it's just like in certain countries, because like in Australia, I don't think they like legally would be allowed to do that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very legal. So like
No.
my body.
Um, and then another one is uh so from like I got a repatriation flight from Spain. No, technically from London. But now they're testing the water in flights from Europe to Australia, like Europe to Perth, I think, where they have to like stop. They're testing like the drinking water and the toilet water to see if it has like COVID in it
Oh.
before. I think everyone like, because you don't actually have to get tested when you come back. Like it's they can't make you get tested. So I guess it's like if they found COVID in the water, it's like, well, you would probably want to get tested now.
Yeah. But wait, in most of those countries you can't even like drink their water from the tap anyway. It's all like filtered and stuff, right?
I'm talking about on the plane.
Is it not water?
It is, but I feel like coronavirus can get through a filter.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, you should have to get tested when you come back to like anywhere, really.
I think so too. It's like, yeah, because, well, they do a lot of temperature checks, but I remember like on the third day in the hotel quarantine, they were like, oh, do you want a test? And I was like, yeah, I got the test. And they were like, you can also get retested on like the 10th day. And I was just like, oh, but like, what is the point? If I already get tested, you know, on the third day. And then also I was like, if it comes back negative, like, can I leave? And they were just like, no, because like there can be false positives or false negatives. And it's like, well, I don't know. The testing is, have you been tested ever?
Yeah, I was being tested like 3 or 4 times.
What? Why? Were you just paranoid?
Yes and no. Like I got tested twice, I think at the very start because Ant kept getting a sore throat and like he
Oh.
worked at a supermarket. So it's like you want to get tested. And then I think 2 other times I felt sick. So I just got tested. Yeah, and I'm someone like I'm not extremely paranoid, but I'd rather just have that peace of mind, you know?
Yeah, right. I was only tested like the once. It wasn't like it was bad, but it wasn't that bad. I feel like people overreact to the testing.
At the start, it was super bad. Like they would go right up your nose and right down the back of your tested like maybe a month ago and they didn't even hardly touch the tip like at inside my nose. Like it was just a quick swab.
Really?
I must have just realized that they don't really need to go that far in.
I guess so. But I just feel like, what about a travel bubble? Like if they had a travel bubble with like New Zealand, would you go?
I don't know. Like I just don't know if I'd go anywhere right now. You
I
know?
wouldn't go right now. But I mean, like, would you travel within Australia?
Um, I mean,
Are you
this is
good
my
just staying here?
yeah, like oh, this is my opinion. I would rather save my money and go to Europe rather than travel inside Australia, even though there are some beautiful places. Like I don't know, it's not worth going to Queensland for me anymore, unless I'm going to the Whiz Sundays. That's different.
Very true. Yeah, I feel like it really just depends what you want. If you want like a beach type of vibe, there's places within Australia where you can get that. But it's like if you want culture, kind of have to leave Australia.
There's no culture.
No, there's really not. Like I really want to go to South Korea and they have like no COVID cases.
Oh, really? Yeah, they're super like clean and stuff, aren't they?
Very clean. But obviously, yeah, I wouldn't go until the vaccinations are, a thing. I'm so sunburnt and I don't know why. Can you see?
You can get sunburn from just sitting out like inside looking out a window.
Well, I was outside today at my sister's house and it wasn't sunny, but I know like UV rays can still like go through clouds or whatever. And I was just sitting there and I was like, it's so glary, but it wasn't hot. And I was like, oh, I guess I got burnt.
Yeah, you need to wear sunscreen every day.
What? Who does that?
No, seriously. Probably because you're not a girl, you don't know. But don't want to be sexist or anything. But it is seriously a thing. Girls wear sunscreen every single day.
Do you?
Girls care about their skin and stuff like that. Yeah, I do.
You wear full sunscreen or do you wear like moisturizer that has SPF or whatever?
Not like freaking banana boat sunscreen. Like
Yeah, that's what I was imagining. I was like, that's intense.
Sunscreen that's made for your face, basically.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and like, if you choose the right one, it won't give you that white cast.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're supposed to be wearing sunscreen every single day.
Okay, interesting. I will look into that. I burn very easy. Do you?
No, obviously. Look at my skin.
That's true. You're very tan.
And right now, yeah, this is just from being in the sun for like a couple days, probably.
Oh, I love that. I don't know why, but my face always gets burnt. Everywhere else I tan, but like my nose always burnt.
I mean, your face on your skin is the most sensitive part.
That is true. That is true. Anyway, I was going to tell you a funny story.
Okay.
So I had acupuncture the other day.
Oh.
For the first time. Because I had really bad hay fever. And I didn't really know that like acupuncture can fix that. But let me tell you, I am completely fixed after just one session, which is so weird because I feel like you're normally meant to have multiple sessions. But pretty much I like go in and it's like this Chinese traditional medicine place. And yeah, so I go in and the guy, he was just this doctor, he was like asking me all these different questions. And I told him that I'm vegetarian and that I've been vegetarian since I was like 10 or something. And he was just like, oh, like, has that affected your like, has it just affected you? Like, has it affected your skin or your body or whatever? And I was like, no, like, I don't think so. And then I was like, yeah, I have really bad hay fever. Like, I want to get acupuncture to fix it. And he's like, okay, we'll do acupuncture and then we can do like cupping and stuff as well. I was like, okay, great. So then I like lie down on my face, obviously. I don't know why that's obvious, but I was just lying down and then, yeah, lying not on my face, on my stomach, yes. And he was just like, oh, and I had never had acupuncture before, but I lied and told him that I did. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just didn't want the whole convo of like, well, it might be painful. And I was just like, oh, yeah, I'm over it, whatever. So yeah, I'm just lying down and he was like, oh, I'm just going to do some like acupuncture now. And I was like, okay, great. And then I didn't feel any of it. Right. And then I was like, and then he started doing cupping on my back. And then he finished the cupping and I was like, oh, like, are you going to do acupuncture? And he goes, oh, I've already done it. It's already in you. I was just like, oh, okay. And then he was like, oh, I'm just going to leave you for a second. And then I was just like, oh, well, I couldn't feel it. So I kind of like go to like move my head up and there's like 8 needles in the back of my neck and in like my head. Mm-hmm. And like, it didn't hurt, but it just kind of, I like felt them all move and I was like, oh, there's needles in my neck. I need to like not move. But I loved it. I loved acupuncture. And then, yeah, he put them all in like the top of my head, which I didn't really know that was like where they do it.
Oh yeah.
Have you had
It's to, no,
acupuncture?
I haven't, but it's to relieve like neck pain and stuff. Like that's why they put it here because you hold a lot of tension here, like
Yeah.
especially workout or whatever. So much tension you hold in your neck, and like if you've had pain in your shoulders, it's usually coming from your neck.
Yes, that's what the doctor said. Is that from your boyfriend? All that knowledge?
Yeah, it literally is. None of that is my knowledge. Let me preface that. How's cupping? Because he's ants done cupping on me before.
I liked it. Where did he do it on you?
On my back. It's
Yeah.
a myth though. Like
It's what?
Myth.
Yeah, I don't really know what it does. Like
Placebo effect. There's no.
I totally agree.
There's just nothing. Nothing comes from it. But I'd be curious to try acupuncture.
It was really good. And then after he did that, he like put needles all in my face, all like in my sinuses and like my chin and where else did he do it? In my hands as well. But like I don't know. I just feel like I didn't feel it at all. I expected to just like feel something, but there was just like no. Actually, no. When he did it in my face, I couldn't move my face. Like the muscles in my face were just like.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting. And then, this like towards the end, he did cupping on my stomach. No, wait. Okay, so this is what happened. He did like all the needles in my head, and so basically I had to pee the entire time, right? And so he did the needles in my head, and I was just like, okay, he'll come back in, he'll take the needles out of my head, and then I can go to the bathroom. He comes back in, he puts the needles all in my hands, all in my legs, my feet, and then he takes the ones out of my head, and I was like, oh, so now I can't move. And then he did cupping on my stomach and like directly on my bladder. And I was just lying there with my eyes closed, and I was like, this is supposed to be relaxing, but all I can think about is how bad I have to pee. And then I think I did that for like 5 minutes, and I was like, doctor. And then he came back in, and I was like, yeah, can you take these off? I have to pee like now, like right now. And then that was it.
Surely you're not meant to do cupping on your stomach. Like
What do you
sounds
mean?
that sounds very wrong.
Does it?
Very, very wrong. Let me just text.
Ask it.
You do cupping on your
I feel like
stomach.
surely you can do cupping like on any part of the body.
Cupping is to like I think it's to like increase blood flow and to relieve tension. So
Maybe I had some tension in my stomach. I don't know how he knew that, but
that's really weird. Like that's so strange. Interesting. I'm gonna see what he says because he has a cupping set. So he's done cupping on me before, but it's just
right.
like I don't like it at all.
Well, if he says that you're not going to do it on your stomach, I'm definitely not going back. And then the doctor also gave me these Chinese herbal tea that I meant to drink. I'm like, I think that's a bit of
Shit.
yeah. Yep, I think that too.
Can I have them?
What?
Can I have them to make me shit?
Okay, great. Anyway, how's work? How's it like being a professional businesswoman?
It's okay. It's just
Remember, this is going on the
I know.
internet, and I don't want to cut anything out like last time.
No, I was just gonna say it's just that time where it's at the end of the year and you're really tired and you need a break. So just looking forward to like going away for a bit.
Where are you going to go? Just in Victoria?
Yeah, I booked an Airbnb for Arthur's Seat for a few nights.
Oh, just you and Anth.
yeah, just me and him, just to get away. Like, so I'm so over being here. But yeah, work is fine. It's just needs to end ASAP.
Yeah, right. Do you have like leave over Christmas, or do you have?
Let me tell you something about leave that I just learned. Okay, I'm just a baby, right? I just
Don't
learned
say
that.
anything defamatory.
No, I won't. I learned that from last time.
Yeah.
You know, the day, like, so you have Christmas, and then you have like your days leading up to Boxing Day and New Year's and stuff like that.
Yes. Do you mean after Boxing Day but before New Year's?
Just the days in between Christmas, Boxing Day, and
Yeah.
New Year.
Yeah.
Those days, so they send out an email. They're like, we'll need general manager approval to work these days. So me thinking that, I'm like, oh, I don't need to take them off or anything. I don't need to take them as annual leave. Why the hell would you need approval to work? You know, why would you need to get approval to work? Turns out those days actually come out of your personal annual leave.
Oh, but you
And
have no choice.
they're not just given to you. No, you do have a choice, but you have to ask for approval from the general manager. Of course, they'll say yes, but I thought that, like in Australia, those days were given to you and you didn't have to take annual leave. Like, surely it's not like that everywhere. That's just so.
I
That's
mean,
that's insane. It's a Christmas period and you're only going to give people their public holidays. That means literally the company doesn't give the employee any holidays. It's all out of their annual leave.
yeah, I see what you mean. But I feel like that maybe it's just for me, but I feel like isn't that just common knowledge that you don't get?
Apparently it is knowledge. Apparently so. So
Or like, no, what I mean is, I feel like, I don't know, maybe when you get because I have no idea, but maybe when you get a job, I feel like they say you get, oh, no, I guess that's different, where they're like, you get 4 weeks paid leave, but I guess that's like like a total of 4 weeks, like annual leave, and not like 4 weeks straight in December. You know what I mean?
yeah, well, yeah, I don't think you can take you could actually take your leave whenever you wanted. There's no rules as to when you can take your leave. But isn't it insane that they don't give you basically the company doesn't give you any free leave, not even during Christmas time.
Yeah, that is, but I guess like is like, I don't know. I feel like if your work is open on all those days where it's not a public holiday, then I understand why they don't give people free leave. You know what I mean? Because obviously they need people to be there.
Yeah, obviously skeleton staff and stuff like that, but they should be giving leave. I just think they should be giving those days. So that
Wait,
Christmas
how long have you
period,
been working there? Didn't you work there last year?
yes, and I would have had the same conversations with my co-workers last year as well. Maybe last year I didn't get as angry as I did this year. I don't know. I honestly don't have any recollection. I probably had the same conversation with them.
Right. You just don't remember.
I think it's just insane. Maybe I'm just like, I just think it's weird how like your Christmas break is taken out of your own annual leave. What if you have no annual leave left? You don't
Well,
get,
then I guess you just don't get paid.
yeah, you take unpaid leave, I guess.
Yeah, well, the more you know.
I mean, you already knew that, so.
I mean, yeah, I guess I did. Oh, but I don't know. I don't really know anything about the professional world. But speaking of we're getting to that time of year, Christmas. Do you have specific like Christmas family traditions that you do every year? I'm going to guess that yours might be similar to mine because we are both ACODs. You know what an ACOD is? Adult child of divorce.
That is so funny. Yeah, you would be right. Yeah, we don't. Well, so I have three half sisters. So usually throughout the whole years, like we haven't done anything, and it always gets left like because like my sisters, have their mum, so they always definitely always do something with their mum, and then like our side just always gets like left to do nothing, and everyone's like, oh yeah, I'll just do this, and nothing ever happens. But we're actually doing something, so
Love that.
but yeah, I completely get that. Like growing up, we never did anything for Christmas.
Like, did you just have it like at home, just your family?
Yeah, it was just my mum and my dad before they got divorced. So I was just like, I remember one Christmas, I literally binged Gossip Girl and I slept.
Interesting. Wait, but so you don't have any full siblings? They're all halves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have any siblings.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, see, what?
I was just gonna say, but now that I have Anth, we like do Christmas at
Oh, that's
his house,
cute.
so I'm not like alone anymore.
Oh, that's sad.
I know, it's so sad. But going, and I should have probably told you this earlier, but because I know you like Disney stuff and 2000s
Oh, yeah.
movies. Well, Disney has a pop-up cinema at the showgrounds, but it's all sold out. So
Oh,
I'm going to see Home Alone 2 on December the 24th. Yeah, December the 24th.
oh, that's
And
cool.
I'm so excited.
Love that. Yeah, see, I mean, I don't really have family. It's always different every year, obviously. But I feel like, and I guess it's different because I have like my two sisters. So it's like we always go together.
Yeah. So
Like
you're always together.
yeah, we're always with each other. Like we pick somewhere. But normally it's like I spend like Christmas Eve. Well, it's different now because my dad doesn't live in Melbourne. When my dad lived in Melbourne, we would like spend Christmas Eve with him and then like Christmas Day with my mum and my mum's family. And like my dad would go back to Echuca and see his family. But like this year, I think I'm like Christmas Eve I'm spending with my mum's family, and then on Christmas Day I'm going to drive to Echuca, and I feel like the traffic's going to be terrible. So maybe, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Echuca's nice though.
Have you been?
Yeah, my dad's side go like every year.
Oh.
Yeah, they go to Moama on the Murray. I've only been 1 year and I'll just never go back. It's lovely. I just can't be bothered with
Do you mean the people that you went with, or like?
I mean, my own family.
No, I feel that way. I feel that way too with a lot of like my family, like specifically because like my dad has 10 siblings, and all of them have kids, and most of those kids have kids. So it's just like so many people, and I'm like, I don't know. It's just like my brain like malfunctioned. So this year I think it's like just me and my sisters and my dad, which is so much better.
Yeah, that's too overwhelming. Like that's how it is for me as well. There's just so many people up there that I'm just like I can't deal.
I think it's a struggle when like you're kind of forced to be with people and you're like, well, I have to talk to them because they're my family. And it's like, well, that doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't mean that your family is, nice, or it means that your family cares about you just because you're related. Like, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. And I think it's different when you don't like have anyone like your own age.
Yeah. Yeah, very that. If you're there and it's all like older people, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm just not like Yeah, that I don't have anyone in my family that's like exactly my age. Like I have my sisters, but it's like,
They're all
mm,
older though, aren't they?
yeah, I get along with them. It's more of the fact that it just nothing draws me to go down there. It's like a family, vibe, and it's like if I went up there, I would have to like Anthony and I would have to get our room together, and it's
Right.
just like I don't have money on that. Like, being a party pooper, but
Good old Alicia, the party pooper. But do you like Christmas?
I love the Christmas vibes. I don't know if I love like Christmas Day. I
I
love
totally agree. I feel like Christmas Day is always, you always just have such high expectations and it's always a letdown.
yeah, like I love like Christmas things, like Christmas music, and then I love like going to get presents for people. But the presents that I get are never as good as what I give. So see you later. Like,
I find good like shopping. I love buying presents for people, but I find it so like draining. I say to people now, I'm like, give me a list of what you want and I will buy it for you. If I have to figure it out on my own, it's not going to happen.
yeah, I'm pretty good at like at least like working out what people like and stuff like that. But I always just go above and beyond for like people that don't go above and beyond, you so there's that quirky thing.
Oh, Alicia, you care too much about people. Um, but do you have a specific Christmas present, like when you're a kid, that you loved, like the best present ever?
When I was a kid, I mean, my mum used to spoil the shit out of me. I can't remember it. Like, it's bad. I don't remember anything from when I was a kid. Is that like, have
Did
I
you
the
block it all out?
best thing from my childhood?
I think I'm the same. I do that too. But like
I
one
literally,
of what?
actually any specific memory that stands out from when I was a kid, like a Christmas present or something.
Well, I'll tell you one and it might jog your memory. Um, Mine, I think the best like present that my sisters and I got was a Wii, Nintendo Wii.
Yes, I got one too.
I feel like it was just like, oh my God, this is the greatest gift ever.
Actually, I think I liked my Nintendo DS more than I liked my Wii.
Oh, I love my DS. Love a good DS.
Yeah, I remember stuff when I was like 17. Like, mum used to get me
Oh,
all the really into makeup. So I used to wear like purple lipstick and all that sort of stuff, like
just casual purple lipstick.
purple Doc Martens. I was like that.
You were that bitch.
I was that bitch in high school. Like, what I was so cool. I used to watch like all these YouTubers and like just go up.
Yeah, lol. I was gonna ask you. I'm trying to have regular questions that I ask my guests now to like provoke thought. Do you have a favorite trait in yourself and in others?
A bought mission about myself. I physically can't say anything good about myself, seriously, or mentally, or like
That's not healthy. Okay, I'll say a good trait about you. Alicia is very compassionate
that's very nice of you. Thank
and
you.
very what's the word? Like compassionate but like helpful, I feel like if I had like a major life drama, I would ask you for advice.
Caring?
Caring, but I also think mature.
I'm sure. I like that.
No, but what's
Um,
your favorite trait in other people?
in other people, I think I just love it when someone listens to you. I've realized a lot throughout my adult life that people are really attached to their phones. So
Mm.
it's actually possible for someone to like put down their phone and like be with you, or like give their attention to you, sort of thing. So I think I like to be listened to. There's a lot of traits that I like in people, but that's just come up to the top of my head.
That's good. I'm like so bad with my phone. Like I honestly, but like no one calls me out for it except both my sisters. They're always like, Charlie, put your phone down right now. But it's not conscious. I'm just like, it's like an addiction, your phone.
I don't think that when we were like at uni and stuff, you did that. Like you were not on your phone that much. I don't, because I remember very specifically if I'm talking to someone and they're on their phone and trying to talk to me at the same time, I will remember. So I feel like you didn't really do that.
No, I feel like no, I don't really do that. But I feel like sometimes I'm like talking to people and I get a notification and I look at my phone and I think that's rude. And it's like, but I can multitask. I feel like, who can't multitask? Love you, Shruti, but you can't multitask. Like, but I think she knows that as well. Like, I remember at uni sometimes she'll be like looking on her phone and I'll be speaking to her. She does not respond. And I'm like, hello. And she'll be like, just let me finish this message. I'm like, I guess maybe that's healthy. You do like one thing at a time.
I'm like that as well. Especially if I'm sending an important text, like I can't talk to it.
Yeah, true. I suppose it depends, like, level of importance. I was going to ask you what's your least favorite trait about yourself, but shall we just move on? No, but do you have one? Let's not have a therapy session, but do you have one that's like...
I'll say a funny one, okay?
Okay, good.
Story behind it. So when I was little, I had to have surgery on my feet. My toes, all of my toes except my big toe, were crooked. So like for some context, I used to be able to put my pinky toe on top of the next toe. That's how close together they were. So yeah, like toes are supposed to be straight. Mine were like crooked. And my last two toes are still crooked. Anyway.
Wait, can I just clarify? What do you mean by crooked? Do you mean like they're like, or do you mean they're like
curved? Like they're totally curved. I'm not going to show you my feet right now.
I don't want you to. Okay, I got it.
My whole life thinking like I didn't have ugly feet, right? And I still don't think I have ugly feet, but I wanted to I'm always thinking of side hustles.
Of course.
I want my feet on OnlyFans and like do like really like cool things with them, like paint my toenails and do all that stuff. Anyway, so my boyfriend, he's not like, no, you can't do things. Like he's never like that, but he specifically told me I was not to put my toes on OnlyFans. Why? Because they're ugly and no one will want to buy pictures or videos of them. So, yeah, that's the story.
Wow.
My toes down.
Okay, I'm trying to process that. I meant more a personality trait, but thanks for sharing the toe story.
But no, not like
oh my god.
My feet are ugly also because like he just feels like he just doesn't like OnlyFans.
Okay.
About this, just to get your opinion. Like I told him, it's just my feet. Like no one will see my face, and he was like, no.
Well, first of all, you can't do it now because now they'll. Although, how will they know that? Yeah, actually, you can do it.
No one will know. And my feet are still cute, even though they're like crooked.
Okay, I need you to immediately send me a photo of your feet after this podcast is done recording.
Like I'm not conscious to wear thongs or anything, which is like weird, but No one looks at feet, but yeah, my OnlyFans dream is dead.
Right. Interesting. But do you have a least favorite personality trait about yourself?
Specified personality trait.
I'm saying it now. Do you?
Oh, yeah, too many to name.
Oh my God.
Now,
Okay, least favorite trait in other people.
So I hate people. There's so many.
Oh God.
I think I hate it when people aren't like empathetic. When people aren't empathetic, people that don't listen, cockiness as well really like turns me off really badly.
What about like my least favorite trait is like passive aggressiveness.
Uh, yeah, I don't like that one. But another one would be like loud people. Do you know, like those people that always
I'm
have to
loud.
No, not like you. No, people who always have to have the attention on them. Like,
Oh yeah, no.
yeah, I just can't, like, I don't vibe with those people because I'm not like that at all.
No, you're not a very ostentatious person. But you know what's funny is that I sometimes like in a group setting, I am psychotic. In a group setting, I feel like sometimes I get very conscious that like I'm laughing at myself that like everything is like revolving around me. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I just sometimes notice that like I'm the one speaking the most. Like, people are asking me questions about myself. Like, I'm telling stories about myself, and I'm just like, why? Why is it all about me? And I'm talking about like I do this to myself,
Okay.
but it's not on purpose. I just think I always my brain is always like working a million miles a minute, and I'm like, I have to say this, like I have to spill this tea, I have to say this thing that happened, or like I'm gonna forget. So maybe that's why. But do you think I am like I make everything about me?
Um, no, I think you just have a lot of stories to tell. Like, we were sitting down, like us two, we'd probably be talking about you more because like I don't like to talk much. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like we're on a podcast right now, so I'm trying to like,
of course.
but like if someone's talking to me, like, yeah, just think about that. Like some people don't like to talk much and they like to focus attention on other people. So
That
maybe
is
you just have a
true.
lot of, yeah.
I just have a lot of opinions, but I also like make a conscious effort to like speak to other
Yeah,
people or like involve them in
you're
the
not
convo.
self-absorbed.
No. I mean, I am sometimes, but no, not like in a conversation. I don't know. I feel like you might relate to this, but I'm just think I'm like, why does anyone speak to me? I'm like, why do I have friends? I'm like I don't get it.
I mean, think of it this way. Like everybody's going to have a friend, you know?
That is true.
Like
That's
you're going to have someone to talk to. You know what I mean?
some people don't though, which is sad.
Yeah, that is sad. But like I'm sure if they went out there, they would find that person.
That's true. No, but I mean, like, I find like I love anthropology. Like, I just love like thinking about like the dynamics of friendships, and I'm like, I do always think about. I'm like, not in a like self-hatred way, but I'm like, what is it about me that like this person wants to speak to me or know me? And then I think about I'm like, why? What about this person makes me want to like see them or speak to them? I feel like I'm just very like introspective and I think too much about things.
No, I like that though. I like people that think about like dynamics of things and why things work and like yeah, I vibe with that.
I love the psychology of
Mm,
friendship.
yeah, I don't think that's weird at all.
Good. I'm glad. Anyway, oh, coronavirus. No, just joking. Alisha, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun.
But is it over already?
It is. It's been an hour. I try and keep it
You,
short.
you remind me of, I don't know if you watch H3 podcast.
Of Ethan?
Yes, I just started watching their podcast and you remind me so much of him.
Thanks.
He's got like a tick.
Do I have a tick?
You your throat a lot. Have you noticed?
Yes, that's my thing. That's what I'm known for. I feel like I didn't do it that much in this episode.
He does that a lot too.
Right. Yeah, no, are you talking about like his podcast with Trish? I can't.
I watch his H3 podcast and his podcast with Trish.
I can't. I hate her.
Like she confuses me, but I'm like on the Trish train at the moment. Like
Get off the train. It's derailing. Get off.
she posted 72 TikToks the other night.
All the drama with James Charles.
Yeah, she's destructive, self-obsessed person, all that sort of stuff. But she's so funny. Like in the podcast, like she didn't know what climate change was. Like I don't know. That's such a lot.
I think I saw a clip of it the other day where I can't remember what it was, but I think they were like quizzing her on something and she said something and she thought that she got the answer right. And they were both like, no, you got the answer wrong. She had no idea.
But like she actually is really smart. I think she just dumbs herself down.
Oh, she's a massive troll, but it's just like I'm over it. Like I'm over that, the fakeness.
Yeah, I feel that.
Anyway, do you want to plug your social media or no?
Like I said last time, I don't have one anymore. So no.
You don't have one what?
I don't have Instagram anymore.
What? Since when?
I don't plug anything. Since probably 2-3 weeks ago.
Why? Were you just finding it unhealthy?
Number one, too unproductive. I wasn't getting anything out of it and just so unhealthy. Like it's so bad for people that have like pre-existing mental issues. It's just so bad.
I agree with that.
Like I genuinely, and I'm not like that person who's like, oh my God, I feel so much happier now. I don't have it in my life. Like I don't care what other people do. But yeah, like I just feel a lot better. Like I get out of bed quicker, I'm not checking.
Can't relate to that. I literally wake up and am on my phone for like 2 hours before I get out of bed.
You follow a lot of people also.
I surely do. But I just am like obsessed with pop culture. I feel like a lot of people like.
I think that's why we get along so well.
Yeah, but then how could you delete Instagram?
It gets to the point where it's not like about pop culture anymore, you know, like it's just so. And I don't think Instagram is the heart of pop culture anyway.
No, well, that's interesting. I don't really think that either. I mean, especially now, do you know about the update drama?
Oh, the shop. I've heard that. The shopping.
I think from now on, people will be using it less and less because it's just stupid.
Right. I don't know the full story, but yeah, I know that they're using it to like.
Basically, just sell. They're using it to like promote selling shit on Instagram. And it's like, it's not Etsy. It's not, like who's buying stuff off Instagram? No one.
The thing, like each social media platform is just taking from every other social media platform. Like every platform has stories now.
I know.
Like Facebook Marketplace and putting it on Instagram. Like it's just ridiculous.
It's all just Mark Zuckerberg, money hungry, you know.
Yeah, they're looking for a way to make more money. It's not about how the platform is enjoyable for users anymore. It's all money, especially like content creators and stuff like that. Like all their posts are sponsored now, and I just can't be bothered with it.
I agree.
Mm.
That's probably a very healthy view. Anyway, so Alisha doesn't have Instagram, but you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Charlie Wright, with Charlie has 2 R's in it. And you can follow this show on Instagram at Always Right Podcast or Always Right Pod. I can never remember. I think it's Always Right Podcast. Anyway, just look up both and you'll find it eventually. But Alisha, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had fun.
Thank you, I did.
Wonderful. Until next time, bye.